Hey everyone, just a quick reminder, I'm really trying to get more active and consistent with my streams over on Twitch, so if you want to check that out and tune into some live Call of Duty gameplay and occasionally some other games as well, be sure to check out the link in the description below. Anyways, on to today's video. Ladies and gentlemen, hey hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. So this week is the final full week we have within Season 1 here in Modern Warfare, and in 8 days from now, at least at the time of uploading, Season 1 will be coming to a close on Tuesday, February 11th. Meaning this week, while it is more of a closing week than anything else, carries with it a bit of extra weight, if you will, seeing as some of you may now be on the clock when it comes to completing and or unlocking a few certain challenges and other tasks. So today, not only are we taking a look at what we can expect to see happen in this final week of Season 1, but we're also breaking down a handful of things you need to do before the season ends in order to really get the most out of it. However, before we jump into that, if you're new here, feel free to subscribe with your notifications turned on. That way you can stay up to date with the latest Call of Duty news and intel. And of course, if you enjoy the video at any point, let me know by dropping a like on it. Now, for starters today, let's break down the most recent community update blog that Infinity Ward released, as this info is definitely going to be important to know as we get into the various things you need to do before the season completely ends. So this blog post starts off with even more recap about the pretty big error prompt that came with the 1.13 update that caused players to actually have to reset their stats in some cases. And really all this is saying here is that problem should be fixed. However, if you still don't see your stats the way that you had them before the title update went live, then you need to contact Activision support over on Twitter. They also touched on the Spec Ops download loop a bit more here, and they say that if you are still running into the problem on PS4 where Spec Ops just keeps downloading over and over and over again, you need to go to your dashboard on PlayStation, then go into the add-ons for the game, and then download the 16 gig pack from there to stop it from downloading constantly. So honestly, not too much going on there, but then we do get some more promising information and news, as Infinity Ward details that the Season 0 Officer Challenge Completionist emblem bug should now be fixed, and anyone who completed all 100 Season 0 Officer Challenges should now have that emblem available to use. Personally, I do think it is one of the cooler emblems we have in the game. It is obviously animated, unlike the Season 1 Completionist emblem, so I'd say it's definitely my favorite out of those two that we've seen so far. Anyways, I digress. We then see that this community update post ends with a smaller preview of what's to come this week in game, as Infinity Ward says, we are planning a few things for next week, like maybe some 2v2 grind action, or maybe a playlist for Shipment 24/7 and a playlist for Shoot House 24/7. So out of this here, we get the confirmation of at least 3 playlists for this upcoming week, and over on Twitter, we got a response from the Infinity Ward account that details what could potentially be another new mode or playlist as well. So firstly, we see that Grind 2v2 is coming, so this is essentially going to be a mix of gunfight and grind combined into one singular mode. Now we're not sure if we'll be able to use custom classes or if it'll be the predetermined classes like what we have in the original version of Gunfight. However, with the grind mode mixed into it too, I honestly am really looking forward to trying this one out. Now grind, as you'll recall, is basically like Kill Confirmed, where you do have to actually collect tags after you take out a player, but in order to actually get points for said tags, you need to deposit them at a bank location, if you will, so this should be a pretty interesting alternative to regular 2v2 or gunfight matches. Then we of course got word that both Shipment and Shoot House are each going to have their own 24/7 playlists this week, which I'm sure plenty of players are going to be pretty happy to hear. Trust me, I can tell you from experience on update days, my comments always consist of bring back Shoot House 24/7 when Shipment 24/7 is the playlist, or bring back Shipment 24/7 when Shoot House 24/7 is the playlist. So this should really give everyone the best of both worlds dynamic, and it should be a pretty fun week there. Now, over on Twitter, in response to this community post, user Rick Rowe replied and said, how about 10v10 in hardcore to, spice things up a bit? And Infinity Ward simply replied with, So this seems to indicate that hardcore will have a 10v10 mode, but this we're not 100% sure if we'll see it this week or maybe next week with Season 2. Really, only time is going to tell for that. But jumping back to the update post, Infinity Ward also mentions that this upcoming week will feature a triple threat event, so to speak, as we'll have double XP, double weapon XP, and also double tier progression, which will likely be starting, if I had to guess, at the very end of the week. But I'm sure we'll get more info on that with the playlist update patch notes come Tuesday. Either way though, with the triple threat event and with the new modes coming to the game this week, we honestly do have a decent bit to look out for over the next several days. However, while all of that is all fine and dandy, of course this is the very last week for Season 1. Come next Tuesday, it will be in the rearview mirror and Season 2 will be upon us. So for the remainder of the video, let's break down a handful of things you should really look into doing before Season 1 comes to a close. So for starters, and what's probably the most obvious thing of all, you definitely need to hit rank 155 if you want to collect the rare Warhead blueprint for the M91 light machine gun. This blueprint is awarded to you once you technically reach rank 156. Of course, after you hit rank 155, you still need to complete that level in and of itself, but once you do that, you do earn the blueprint, which will only be available until Season 1 ends. So get it while you can, otherwise it will be locked away forever, much like the M16 OG blueprint from Season 0. Now, it is also important to keep in mind that next Tuesday with Season 2, everyone's ranks will be reset back to rank 55. So anyone above 55 will see their rank go down. However, if you are not at rank 55 as of right now, then nothing's going to happen there. Your progress will continue as normal. Now, it is just your rank being reset here. All of your camo challenges, camo unlocks, weapon levels, and all that good stuff is not going to be touched, but your overall rank will be, so just don't freak out if you see that reset happen next week. Then, another thing that's going to be reset with Season 2 is that of the officer challenges. All of these Season 1 officer challenges will be pushed aside, and the new Season 2 challenges will be added into complete as you progress towards rank 155 once more. This means if you do want to get that Season 1 completionist emblem, you do need to jump in and work on those officer challenges now, as there is no guaranteed tracking on them will work once Season 1 is no longer available, so just be sure to pay attention to that as well. Also on the to-do list when it comes to completing Season 1 is that of the Battle Pass, as obviously if you really want to get the most out of Season 1, you will want to reach tier 100 before the season ends, as the pass and the tiers within it will no longer be available once Season 2 commences. So if you want any certain blueprints, like perhaps the Corruptor for the Ram 7 at tier 99, or maybe Mara's Operator skin at tier 100, it is going to be important to get there sometime in the next week. But of course, for that and also for reaching rank 155/156, that triple threat event is going to be a very big help, as you can level up and progress through the tiers twice as fast once that's active. Also, a little post-edit here, something else I should mention is that we don't know for sure whether or not Mara will ever be available again, through the store or some kind of operator challenges or something like that, because she is tied to the Battle Pass. So if you want to have her unlocked as an operator, making sure you have the premium pass unlocked in general is another thing you want to keep in mind in case she ends up not reappearing for some time or perhaps even ever again. Then, the next thing you should definitely keep in mind when it comes to preparing for Season 2 is to stock up on as many Trials tickets as you possibly can. Of course, you earn Trials tickets for ranking up after surpassing rank 55, and while you don't get one for every single level up to 155, you definitely can get enough to make a pretty significant impact on your rank next season, as using the Trials tickets and specifically completing the Speedball course over and over again is going to result in a ton of XP in a very, very short amount of time. Like, seriously, we're talking 10,000 or 20,000 with double XP active in just like 30 to 40 seconds in most cases. So make sure you are stocking up on those tickets for Season 2. Then, finally, the last thing I do want to bring up regarding the launch of Season 2 is the update we are likely going to see go live with it. Being that it is a brand new season, we should see a new title update launch alongside the new content, meaning we are going to have another pretty large download on all platforms. So, to prepare for that, just making sure you've got enough storage for the game / the new update is going to be pretty important too. You'd hate to be ready for the new update to drop, then once it goes live, not have enough space on your drive and have to go through and delete a bunch of old stuff to get it to download. So picking up an external drive or just clearing out some space for the upcoming update wouldn't be such a bad idea either. But with all of that being said, that is effectively everything that was just revealed about the final week of Season 1, and also what to do to prepare for Season 2 here in Modern Warfare, and that is going to wrap things up for today. Let me know down in the comments below, what are you the most excited for with Season 2? Is it the new operator, the new weapons, the maps, something else? Let me know down below. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like on it, and of course, if you're new here and you want to stay up to date with the latest Call of Duty news and intel, updates and leaks, and pretty much everything else in between, feel free to subscribe with your notifications turned on. That way you'll always know when I upload a new video. As always, if you want to check out any of my partners, be sure to use code IMMORTAL on all Scuff, G Fuel, Control Freak, and Respawn products. All of those links can be found down in the description below, And once again, thanks so much for tuning in. Until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.